School board meeting. First up on our agenda is our inspiration for allegiance to Lieutenant Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Inspiration this evening comes from Dr. Carl Pillamere. He is the director of Cornell University's Legacy Project. The project studied and researched the lives of thousands of people in their 80s, 90s, and even their hundreds. And based on his research, here are 3 life lessons and the #1 regret shared by the thousands of our elders that he interviewed. #1, most regrets are about relationships, not success. At the end of life, people don't wish they'd worked more. They wish they'd asked for forgiveness and not let relationships fracture. #2, say how you feel now. The right moment rarely comes. People regret not apologizing and not saying, I love you enough. #3, stop trying to control everyone. Let them. Older adults are happier because they understand this truth. You can't control others' beliefs, patterns, or choices, but you can control how much of your energy you waste dwelling on it. And the #1 regret in his study, and the #1 selling book that he wrote, at the end of their lives, people wished that they had not worried so much. This is the last board meeting of 2025, and we have accomplished a lot this year. Just look around. However, our most lasting accomplishment will be the relationships that we've built within our CCPS family, because friendships are the antidote to worry. Mark Twain summed it up this way: I've been through some terrible things in my life, some of which actually happened. Let's all stand. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next on our agenda is our recognition.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. And look who's anxious to get here. And I'm going to let you tell why. We're going to call it audible, Mr. Chairman, if you're okay. Somebody has a ball game tonight, and she wants to watch her play. So if it's okay, Mr. Chairman, we'll get this picture first, and then we will follow our regular decorum for the painter. Go ahead, Ms. Lori.
Thank you so much, Steve Board members. I would like to introduce Kathleen Friedberg. This is the second grade class, Springs Elementary School. Now, I want to say back to you here. I actually helped hire Ms. Kathleen Friedberg at Westside Elementary as a special education paraprofessional. Thank you.
And then I saw something in her that was so special, and I encouraged her to go to school to get her teaching degree. We sadly lost a teacher at Westside Elementary School, and I helped hire her for a teaching position there. And then when I went to Cloud Springs Elementary School, she followed me to Cloud Springs. So I'm so proud of her. She does several things really, really well. She is a great communicator. I often see her early in the morning and late in the afternoon talking with parents on the phone. She collaborates with her peers very well, and she also looks at the data and makes sure that she knows how she can help students and make them the best they can possibly be. So this was our Health Apple Teacher Award winner, Ms. Kathleen Rickenberry.
I'll take that as Congratulations. Let's get pictures so you can get over there watching the ball game. Yes, sir, that's correct. And we're waiting on one person, running just a second late, so Mr. Chairman, would be okay if we get to item 3 on recognitions. All right, so let's get up here our 2 incredible OSI leaders, and they have some incredible news, and we are super, super proud of this. It represents a lot of work, and so you guys go right ahead.
Good evening, board members. Catoosa County Schools have been recognized among Georgia's 2024 and 2025 literacy leaders and math leaders. And this is an honor that highlights exceptional student progress and proficiency across the state. This recognition is a direct result of our school's strong collaborative teaching teams, the successful implementation of our benchmark advanced reading curriculum that's grounded in the science of reading, rigorous Tier 1 instruction, and a commitment to data-driven decision-making that ensures timely and targeted support for our students who need it most.
The Literacy and Math Leader distinction celebrates schools that demonstrate extraordinary growth, high achievement on both the state's end-of-course and end-of-grade assessments. The criteria emphasizes the critical importance of grade-level reading in 3rd and 6th grade and numeracy skills in 5th and 8th, while also requiring higher growth expectations for schools starting with lower achievement scores. This year, 406 schools statewide earned recognition in 24-25 school year of literacy leaders, and 479 schools were recognized as math leaders. Catoosa County School is proud to be among this list. And here are the ones that follow for our math leaders. Cloud Springs, 5th grade Gateway Growth. Heritage Middle School. Heritage Middle School and High School Outstanding Achievement. Lakeview Middle School, High School Achievement Growth. High School Achievement Growth. And then Tiger Creek, 3rd grade Growth. 5th grade Gateway Growth. And I'm excited to say, not only with our math, but with literacy, Tiger Creek had leadership in 3rd grade Gateway Growth and 5th grade Gateway Growth. So we're so proud of Tiger Creek.
To continue on the celebration, we want to recognize our literacy leaders, and they are Battlefield Elementary for 3rd grade Gateway Growth and Heritage High School for high school growth. So, we are so proud of these schools for earning this incredible distinction, but even more than that, we are so proud of their commitment and their continuous effort ensuring high levels of learning for every child, every day, without exception. Great job, schools. Can we get a picture of you guys?
So what we're gonna do, to save just a second on the time, if you guys will have a seat, we're gonna call each group up, and then we'll take all the pictures at once, if you guys can do that. So, thank you so much. Give them a round of applause. All right. Come on up here, Dr. Richmond. Let's go. So I'm so excited. When Dr. Butler left, you gotta remember, I wanted to cry. But no one,
We all did.
but no one's replacement. And Dr. Butler's doing a fantastic job. She's in Atlanta with her board. I talked to her today, and they're having a great time. But Dr. Christian Edgman has stepped up, and I am amazed at what an incredible job she is doing. She has totally transformed that office in the front. She is a decorator extraordinaire and has had our guys up there making that office look great and setting the climate, and she's doing a fantastic job. She is brilliant, and I am so excited to introduce her to you as the director of all secondary education. So she'll take care of all of our middle schools and high schools, and she's doing a phenomenal job with that already. So would you just say a word to the board, and then we'll get a picture with you and your husband after we get everybody up here. You good with that?
That sounds great. And just thank you so much, board, for your recognition and just approving me in this new role. It definitely came unexpected. I don't think any of us saw Dr. Butler going anywhere. But it truly is an honor to step into those shoes. It's some big shoes to fill. But I love Catoosa County Schools. I love loving and serving our community. I'm a product of Catoosa County Schools, and so I'm just so excited to be a part of the journey and continuing to help all of our schools just excel, helping our teachers and helping our students. So thank you for this opportunity.
I think we're back on track, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Billups, would you come back up here and talk to us a little bit about what these incredible students did?
So, okay, hold on.
Just pick that up. Oh,
Look at that.
Good job.
Okay, if I can have our info of the Taj candidates and our sponsors to come here and running real quick. Emperor of the Taj is not something that, we do anywhere else except for Heritage High School. Many, many moons ago, we, had a prom queen and a prom king. And Michelle Petty's one of our teachers, in collaboration with some others, decided that they would do something a little different. So they shifted the prom king away from being a king who won a crown based off of popular vote, and instead allowed students to nominate members to serve as an Emperor of the Taj. So they nominated 8 guys this year. The whole goal of the program is for students to be nominated and then to spend time raising money for the Catoosa Children's Fund. So the actual winner, the Emperor of the Taj, the person who wins that is the person who raises the most amount of money for the Catoosa Children's Fund. So it's not about a popularity contest. And they get a very cheap paper crown. I don't know, Jake got the crown this year. It wasn't a lot, right? It was awesome. Jake said it was awesome. But we didn't spend much money on the crown, so we spent all the money to go to the kids. So we had 8 candidates. They stand before you tonight, along with some of their sponsors. This is a tremendous amount of work these boys put into this. I would say that they're probably more than moms, but definitely some dads too, along with their sponsors. Don't get a lot of sleep during the week of homecoming because they're constantly preparing to sell and raise money. This year, the previous record for raising money in this week has been $25,000. This year, they shattered the record and raised $43,000 for the Catoosa Children's Fund. We're obviously super proud of the effort. I've said over and over again, the thing I was the most proud of was the fact that anytime I ran into them in the hallway, they were always talking about how they were going to break the record. We're going to break the record. I really didn't hear any of them, really, I'm sure they wanted to win because they're all very competitive young men, but for the most part, they just wanted to break the record, and I thought that was a tremendous teamwork accomplishment for them. So again, congratulations to our Emperor candidates, their sponsors, and our Emperor of the Taj, Jake Collette.
Principal Phillips, if you would stand right there, we've got some other folks coming, some generals that I want you to recognize this evening. Mr. Chairman, I don't think it's any secret that Heritage has had a very tough few days, and I'm so proud of this school. I'm so proud of their principal, and I'm proud of the resilience that every staff member and every student in that school has shown. And I am so excited to have them here they've got several things back to back. And so, Mr. Phillips, if you would, you just roll right through those.
Yes, sir.
And it's going to be exciting. Every single person that comes up here deserves to be recognized by this board. So you go right ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. At this time, could I have Coach Reagan Armour and the softball team to come up here? It's a really fantastic looking trophy. So, y'all can come up here. So, want to thank the board again for allowing us to come here tonight. I'm going to turn this over quickly to Coach Armour, and she's going to talk about their fantastic accomplishment.
Good evening. Thank you, board members, for having us. Thank you, Superintendent Diggs, for having us here. We're super honored to get to come here tonight and recognize these 16 amazing athletes and their accomplishments. This season, without a doubt, was full of roller coasters, lots of highs, lots of lows. We finished this season, regular season, second in the region. That was not our overall goal, but that did not stop them, because once October came around, these girls pretty much did the unthinkable, and they got hot pretty quickly. The Lady Generals hosted the first round of the 3A GHSA state playoffs against their region opponent, Gilmer. They won that series 11-1 and 8-2. They traveled to Harlem for the second round, where they split the doubleheader, where they had to play an if game. They came out on top with a 17-5 win and gathered 24 hits. They then went to the Elite Eight, and they played Southeast Bullock day one and won 8-4 to open up that tournament. And then later that night, winning 3-1 against West Lawrence. The Lady Generals met up with Cherokee Bluff in the winners bracket finals, and they had an impressive pitching performance by our senior Bailey Hollis. The Lady Generals advanced the championship game, winning that game 5-0. It was a rematch from 2024 championship game with, again, Cherokee Bluff. However, the Lady Generals came out on top after a 9-inning pitcher's duel with a walk-off win, winning 2-1 with an RBI single from Molly Corbin to become the 2025 3A state champion. The Lady Generals, this is their third back-to-back-to-back state champion. They have won 6 in the last 11 years, and they had a very, very strong finish. So I would like to welcome your back-to-back-to-back-to-back state championship for 2025.
All those things.
So our seniors have won 3, our juniors have won 3, and then our sophomores have been here for 2 of them. So we have a pretty good team. We're sad to lose our 3 seniors, but they've definitely left a lasting impact, and we're super thankful for them, what they've done for this program.
Okay. Before Coach Armour gets away, it should also be noted that I think she won our first state championship as a player, a couple as an assistant coach, and another one as a head coach. So she's got quite a few rings. That's all I'm trying to say. So at this time, I'd like to welcome up to the front the Heritage High School 5-star dance team. So as they're making their way to the front, I'm going to turn it over to Coach Beth Chapelier and Coach Haley Keebler and let them tell you about the fantastic accomplishments of these young ladies.
Good evening to the board and to Superintendent Nix. I'm Beth Chapelier, and I have the blessing and honor of coaching these incredible young ladies, along with Haley, used to be Thompson, now Keeler. She is a five-star alum who used to dance at Heritage and then graduated and came back to help coach. So I'm very honored and thankful to have her on the coaching team. We have one more coach, her name is Joy Bennett, but she could not join us tonight. So we're here to tell you a little bit about what happened to this team last year. Our state championship was last February, and we had a great season last year. It started out, and we were winning at every competition that we attended and competed at until we went to sectionals. And at sectionals, somehow, we didn't come out on top. And we were disappointed in that, but we also were, in hindsight, grateful because it kind of pushed the girls to work a little bit harder and perform their best performance of the season at state. I'm sure you are all very knowledgeable about the dance season, and so you probably know that our season starts with tryouts in April, and we practice and learn our routines in the summer. We do football games. They're at every home and away football game. They also dance at basketball games. And our competition season doesn't even start until winter. So it's a long season. And so the routine that they were competing at state in February, they had learned back in the summer. It's long and it's hard, and they put a lot of time in. But it was definitely worth it. And as we get closer to state and closer to the end of the season, one of the things that we continuously say to ourselves is the work is worth it. And I think the day winning state will be a moment these girls will never forget. The bus ride home was incredible. Thank you, Mr. Nix, for the police escort. We will never forget that. And then pulling up at the Taj and being greeted by so many community members. Mr. Phillips arranging the fireworks show. We'll cherish that forever. That's an irreplaceable memory. Dance has grown as a sport. In 2020, we started as a sport, and we had a state championship that year, but dance was not nearly as big as it is now. So winning this past year truly meant the world to the girls and to us. So I'm excited to see how they are going to do this season. Our goal is to get another ring for those pretty fingers as they're wearing their state championship ring. So hopefully we'll be able to do it again this year. But thank you for having us and for honoring them tonight. It means so much to us.
At this time, I'd like to welcome the members of our HHS competition cheerleading squad. So I'm going to turn it over to Coach Meredith Burkett and Coach Kaylee Flanagan.
All right, good evening, Superintendent Nix and members of the board. Thank you so much for inviting us tonight. I'm Meredith Burkett, and this is Kaylee Flanagan, and us, along with Macy from Crush Athletics, have the blessing and privilege of coaching the Heritage High School cheerleaders, and we are honored to present your 2025 GHSA 3A state champion cheerleaders.
This team of 20 athletes had an undefeated regular season while overcoming injuries, cheering Friday nights, waking up early Saturday mornings for competitions, managing schoolwork, jobs, and having countless practices. They poured everything into a high-impact routine and never stopped working.
At Region, we finished second, but the girls refused to be discouraged. They came back to practice and pushed even harder, searched for every half point we could find, and carried a true champion mindset into every practice as they prepared for state weekend.
On the morning of state, they woke up determined, focused on their routine, their team, and their heritage community. Their performance left no doubt, and they turned the lights on just as we challenged them to do that morning. Their hard work paid off as they were announced the 2025 GHSA 3A state champions.
So the ending of this season has been a dream, and we want to say thank you to Superintendent Nix for the police escort home, to Mr. Phillips and our community for the exciting send-off, which some of you were there, that was awesome, and our warm welcome home with the fireworks. To our families for their constant encouragement, to our Heritage family for the constant support all season, all year long. We're truly blessed with the best. So congratulations again to our 2025 GHSA State Champion cheerleaders.
So this time I'm going to ask Miss Jennifer Hamilton to come up here and introduce the members of the Heritage High School Chamber Choir.
Good evening, Superintendent Nix, board members, and guests. My name is Jennifer Hamilton. I teach choir at Heritage High School, and I'm honored to introduce the Heritage High School Chamber Choir to you. This is an audition group of students. They're all members of the choir classes during the school day, but they, since they're the audition group, they rehearse after school as well. The Heritage High School Chamber Choir was selected to receive the Georgia Music Educators Association's Exemplary Performance Award this year. Mr. D. Allen Fowler, the Executive Director of the Georgia Music Educators Association, traveled to Heritage High School to present the award to the Chamber Choir at our fall concert on October 30th. I will read the plaque that he presented to the choir. This award was presented in recognition of outstanding performance in GMEA-sponsored events during the 2024-2025 school year. The committee based their decision on recordings of last year's performances, their large group performance evaluation ratings, and their difficulty levels. Chamber Choir performing at level A, which is the hardest level of sight reading and literature that you can perform. They also based this on the number of students from Heritage High School who made all-state chorus and district choir, and other considerations were honors and awards that the individual students earned, such as Governor's Honors Program in the area of voice. Raise your hand. You have that last year? Yeah. And literary competition, raise your hand if you want that. Some state champs and runner-ups with the quartet and trio. Also with their choral competition scores from the spring and from recordings and they performed at the Georgia Music Educators Association in-service conference last year. So recordings from that and their performance at Georgia State University last September. So it was a busy year, and it's been wonderful. We appreciate the opportunity and appreciate you guys recognizing these kids who've worked so hard. So we're going to sing one song for you all. And we decided to do a Christmas piece, so here's Carol of the Bells.
Just making sure. Yeah, maybe click on it. I think she did. Once in a year, words of the cheer from everywhere.
Send on the tender trouble tone to every home.
I want you guys just to stay right there and do not move. I think the board may have a word to say, to each board member, maybe a word to say to you guys. But before they do, I just want to tell the board chair and this board and everyone in this room that as I'm sitting here, I am so proud. I am so proud this very moment. You guys are incredible. And what I see just on this evening, and we do this every month, we've got kids who are performing academically at the highest levels, winning awards recognized by the state in math and English. Okay? That's big. Literacy and numeracy. You are winning in performing arts, being recognized throughout the state in performing arts. You are being recognized at the state as a champion, a state champion. That's a big deal. It's hard to get that. We're a public school. We compete with a lot of huge schools that are much more well-funded in different areas, and you still beat them. We do more with less, and you did it, and you're a champion. We're winning on the field. We're winning in the classroom, and our teachers are being recognized as well. And I'm so proud of everything that we're doing in this school system, and if it was not for a lack of decorum, I may just jump up and give a huge high five to you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm super proud. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for indulging me with that. And I will turn it right back over to you. And then once we're finished, we will get our pictures. And I want to see them all over Facebook, Instagram. You better brag, guys. This is your opportunity to be famous.
I'll just echo, it's been a great night. Academics, human arts, sports, athletics. I'm proud of you guys. It's been a great year. To the parents, you know, for your supporting them. Schools are about partnership, but your partnership is the most important thing that we have. So we appreciate you supporting the students and what they do. As a former cheer dad, current dance dad, you teams, I know exactly what you're going through. I understand the season very, very well. So I appreciate the work and effort that you guys support that you have all put in. So I pass it on.
I only have one word. Wow. I mean, it's All Things Heritage Night. What a remarkable accomplishment. You all should give yourselves a hand and a pat on the back. I didn't know it was possible to have chill bumps on top of chill bumps on top of chill bumps. I think 4 times. I just am in awe of all the great things that go on in our schools. I'm so proud to play this big of a piece of role in what goes on in Catoosa County Schools. I could cry. It's so exciting. It's just great. So parents, well done, well done. Students, even better done. Great job. Thank you.
Not to say that. I love college sports. I love college sports and all of that. Those are kids that are 18, young men and women to 22. These are kids 15 to 18, and they're performing at these levels. This is incredible, absolutely incredible. Yes, each and every one of you need to be proud of your accomplishments, and you need to shout it from the rooftops.
So I just want to say how much and highlight how much our community supports our school system in Catoosa County. It is not this way in other counties. And one of the things that we've always had a goal of, the board has, is to be able to provide the facilities that help showcase the talents and the skills that our students are showing. And we couldn't do that without the community support. And now all of our schools have a place to showcase these talents and first-rate facilities in order to do that. And that doesn't happen everywhere else either. So a very special thank you to our community members, our parents, and just the amazing work that these students are putting in to these extracurricular activities and to academics. And so in order to do that, I know as a parent of a band, two band members, how much work goes into that and how many hours that you spend working so hard to be able to bring these championships and recognitions home to Catoosa County. So thank you for your hard work. You're amazing.
Ditto. So proud of everybody here. Parents, thank you so much for supporting these children. They do such a good job and work so hard. Thank you to our teachers and our principals. And thank you to the coaches. We couldn't do that without you coaches. You do so much work and nobody ever realizes how hard you work. So thank you so much to everyone here for supporting us and all of our community helpers. Thank you so much.
All right, I think we'll give everybody a hand and then let's get some.
No.
Next time, public participation. Did anybody sign up?
No, sir, not that I'm aware of.
We're going through the agenda. Was the services report?
Mr. Chairman, student services report is attached for review.
Human resources recommendation. Those are attached also.
Yes, sir. We'll update it a little later today. I had a couple of late changes, but they are on there for your review.
Item 3 is East Los bids.
No, sir, Chairman.
Update.
Yes, sir. I don't know who was running the mic all day, but all right, that's me. Good evening, board. Try that again. Happy to be with you guys tonight and give you an update. This presentation, I need to give Superintendent Nix and Gemini credit. They helped me, quote unquote, beautify some of these slides this evening. However, neither he nor Gemini could beautify the presenter. So that's what you got. So we'll definitely give you an East Lost update, and of course we're excited to give this one here. First of all, it passed, just in case you didn't know that. So yes, that's very exciting. So it did pass. We want to thank obviously the community for their overwhelming support. Board Member Reese, I believe you alluded to that earlier in the meeting, and I appreciated that. And we certainly appreciate our community for their support. I also want to thank a couple of individuals as well. That's, of course, Superintendent Nix, Director Carter, CEO Brower, and Mr. Renzo Wiggins for their outstanding work on this project. And just want to make sure they get recognized for that as well. And, of course, just the team themselves. So the final count, as you can see there, was 65.8% yes to 34.2% no. That was a total of almost 7,000 votes, so a little over 15% of eligible voter turnout. This was not some special, election or anything like that. It was a general one, so it was a great turnout. You can see the average pass rate for the state of Georgia is roughly 60%, so we outpaced the state in that passing there. So very excited about that, and once again, can't reiterate enough, I'm just thankful for the community's support. It passed, so what's next? And obviously this timeline will extend well past April, but I didn't want to inundate you with too much. We can do that at a later meeting, but this is enough to kind of give you what some of the next steps are right there. And then, of course, Davenport will be involved. There are financial consultants. Nail's involved. There are bond lawyers. Wiggins Law Office is involved, and of course, we're as the school district in this process. But tonight, we're looking to adopt that resolution to confirm, declare, and approve the election results that I just presented in the earlier slide. January and February, the advisors and legal counsel will help us with the bond validation process. We'll start finalizing project lists and borrowing amounts, and then in that March and April, developing the plan of finance, updating those numbers. We'll have had our fiscal year audit completed by the end for 25 with Director Carter and his amazing team. And then we'll look at that transaction kickoff call to do those few items there. So that kind of gives you hey, what's going to happen over the next couple of months? And like I said, as our meetings progress, I'll be able to give you more information.
project list. Obviously, this is very, very important. And the great thing about it passing is we can go ahead and start working on that list now. And so we'll do that right now. We had a meeting this week to kind of have those talks, discussions. Key factors, obviously, we're considering, and this is not all of them, but this is, the majority of it is the equitability with our facility, our technology needs, and then, of course, reverse maintenance. And all of that is under the big umbrella of community surveys and what the community deems important from our survey and things like that. So those are the things that we'll be taking into consideration as we scribe this list. Current projects, next steps, obviously phase 2 of Boynton Elementary, we're excited about, and then a technology refresh with Director Purcell that we've been working on and we're excited about. Then we'll have that transition kickoff call once again with our folks to update and refine that schedule, talk about the deal points, and identifying those outstanding items. I guess that's our last slide right there. Let's take it down one more. Okay, there we go. All right, very good. Sometimes I give you guys too an update on just some recent things that we've done as the committee. This month was a little bit of a quiet month. I think everybody was just so focused on various things. But I did take a look over at Lakeview Middle School today. I was able to drive by over there. The car rider line and exit by the cafeteria is much, much better. The pavement project up there was a success. Principal Colbreth and Assistant Principal Slavin and I've all had conversations, and they're just super stoked about that one. Our sidewalk project at Middle Heritage High is almost in completion. And then I spoke with Principal Welber today as I drove by Cloud Springs. We have upgraded the sidewalks over there for handicap accessibility for our playgrounds. She's very excited about that. We're installing some new playground equipment because there were two pieces that had time that just worn away. And then we're going to meet afterwards to look at some more handicap accessibility options over there as well at Cloud Springs. That Director Oxford is going to help lead us on. So we're excited about these little projects that we're able to do, and could not do it without these pennies. So there's the update right now. You guys have any questions? Okay. And I'll go ahead and talk about that news. The other thing was the audit slide, the East Lost audit. I am under Director Carter's team right here. That was passed successfully. There was no findings there at all. We had our folks, Kate Monahan, she was our auditor from SM&E. I believe they're out of Augusta as well. And they spent some time with us. There's the whole, report right there. The big thing to kind of focus on is the page that we're on. That last paragraph there that starts out, in our opinion. It basically says that the school system complied in all material respects with all the codes and laws that are there regarding the expenditure of sales tax for educational purposes for the year ending in on June 30th, 2025. So super proud of Director Carter and his team. Miss Monahan came up. Of course, there were several correspondence and exchanging of information. And then when she got here, there was a thorough look at several things, including a site visit out to Boynton to review phase 1. Obviously, that was one of the big projects that they had not been able to review recently. So Principal Scott and her staff did a wonderful job of welcoming the team out there. And so Ms. Monahan was able to visit that site and then come back and look at architectural drawings and renderings that Ray Boaz and his team was able to provide as well. So a good, complete team effort that led to what I felt like was a very successful audit. So there's your audit update as well. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Item 5 is the GSB annual conference tomorrow. It's cool. It's going to be here. Is that correct?
We're going to have it at the county office, yes, sir. That renovated training room.
Very good. The county office. Item 6, we have full board training. That's January 29th, 2026. That's going to be from 8:55 to 12 with the same last few years. Do you have any questions on those two items? Number 7 would be the 26, 27, 27, 28 calendars.
Director Daniel?
Good afternoon, everyone. We have a calendar committee that consists of principals from elementary, middle, and high school. We've expanded that in the last few years. It used to just be secondary, but we expanded to elementary, middle, and high this time. The calendar requirements are 175 student days, 10 in-service days. Holidays, of course, are built in, as well as 4 half-days are built in. Those half-days have been built in for professional development and training. It's similar to the calendar that we currently have this year. This year, the calendar committee decided to work on 2 years of calendars. The main reason for that was just to get those calendars out there and give a lot of notice to the community, to the families, to the parents, as well as the staff. So they have 2 years that they've looked at, which is not unusual. We have done that in the past as well. But these two drafts, what they do is we work on 2 different drafts for each year, and we send those drafts out. We have a draft A and a draft B. We send those out to the school principals. The principals in turn send those out to the staff and the teachers. The teachers at that point in time give input, and then they ultimately vote on which calendar they like best, that they think would be the best choice for the school and the students academically. Following that, as you know, as part of our charter system requirements, our local school governance teams also play a role in the calendars. So after the schools have gotten input and vote from the staff, the principals then take that information over to the governance team. As you know, the governance team, consists of community members, parents, business members, things like that. But then the governance team at that point in time looks at the information, looks at the calendars, and ultimately they make their vote and their recommendation to which calendar they would like. This year, every single school and every single local school governance team all recommended the exact same calendars. So at least we're on the same page. Are there any questions for me regarding the calendar?
It's just a question.
Sure.
We thought about it, would it be helpful with graduation dates?
I'm not sure that we've thought about it, but as part of the committee, we do have all high school principals on there. We do discuss graduations and graduation dates, but we haven't discussed actually putting them on the calendar. I know we've got tentative dates, but I'm not sure they're ready to publish those yet. It's not a bad idea.
I mean, I just see a lot of, when do we go to graduate? Yes, ma'am. Graduated, now we're doing them all.
That's a good point.
Not, so.
Aren't they gonna change? That's the thing, is you're gonna rotate them, because not every school wants to always have the Tuesday, the Thursday, or the Friday.
That's correct. So what happens with that is when we met with the principals, in the past, we've done graduations different ways in the high schools, as you guys are well aware. But we weren't able to go to all 3. And we want to be able to do that. And the community spoke to me and you as well. And so what we did was, it is a 3-year rotation that will happen. And that way, the seniors want to all graduate on the first available date. They don't want to go those extra 2 or 3 days. So we had, in order to be fair, to rotate that so each high school gets the ability to do that. I'm not sure if there would be a way to add that into the calendar, Ms. Gibson, but I promise you, I will investigate that and look and see. And if it may just be that we mark those days as potential graduation dates, but I will look into it and see if there's something that we might be able to do with that.
Don't we already know it's gonna rotate?
We do.
And now that you have 2 years, you could decide in the future which school.
We could definitely, we wouldn't be able to give that 3rd rotation unless we did 3 years, but we could do 2.
It's just a thought.
Sure.
I know we get a lot of questions.
We sure do.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's a good point. I'll make a note to discuss with the principals to try to push that out as early as possible.
It's almost like you could put an R and L and an H in in May, under those certain dates, if you could do it.
Sure. That's fine. Yeah, this will be the first time that we've done that, so, this calendar committee, that's something we could look at, we may put it on there regardless, I mean, it's not something that's,
It's already change now, this year for sure.
There is.
Next year even. And it's just a thought, I should spend a lot of time on that, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Nathan, county connection.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. As you are aware, Dutchess County School District is the fiscal agent for the Family Connection, and we review this each year, and it is there for a resolution to allow us to do that.
Item number 9, East Falls resolution.
Yes, good evening, board. As Director West mentioned earlier, the resolution tonight is just for the board to confirm, declare, and approve the results of the East Plus 7 election.
Moving on to financial reports, or our October financial report.
All right, so yes, for the general fund, October 2025, revenues are sitting at $21,544,004, and our expenses are at $30,579,318. We're still in that period right now where we are a little upside down on the fund balance, as expected, but we will start to see that greatly improve over the next couple of months. But we are perfectly stable in our cash balances to be able to do what we need to do. Another point for the general fund financials is that our revenues are trending higher than they were in previous year, and our expenses are less than anticipated at this time as well. And then our, that's right.
So we don't these costs, or.
All right, for the capital projects funds, balance sheet October 2025, total assets and fund balance are the same, $7,622,003. On the statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes in fund balance, total revenues and other sources, $5,784,061. Total expenses and other uses, $7,287,868. For that fund balance of $7,622,003. And then for our debt service funds, balance sheet, October 2025, total assets and fund balance are the same, $4,334,146. And then our statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes in fund balance, total revenues and other sources, $5,766,038. Total expenditures and other uses, $10,504,030. With that fund balance of $4,334,146. Any questions?
Moving on to action items.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board approve action item H1, human resources recommendations, H2, the minutes from November 4th and the 6th, 2025. 3, the field trip requests, H4, the October financial report, H5, the October East Loss report, H6, Family Connection Fiscal Agent Resolution, H7, the school calendars for the 2026, 2027, and 2027 and 2028 school years, and the East Plus 7 resolution.
We have a recommendation from the superintendent, we have a motion to approve. second, have any discussion? Ready for a second? All those in favor? Unanimous.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Do we have any need for executive session?
No, sir.
Motion from adjournment. Second discussion? No. All in favor? You want to adjourn?